Yeah, right, I'll start again. Just met some friends with a Bernese and a big Newfoundland Pyrenean cross. Anyway, like I'm saying, here's one for you. Friday night, 10:30. Bang, bang, bang on the door. I've been in bed since 7:30. Yeah, bang, bang, bang on the door. Goes to the door. Well, look through the eye. Who's that? Who's that? Police. Police. So just a minute, so I'm naked, like, you know what I mean? So anyway, got some clothes to put on, but I'm still half asleep. My son's gone out at 7:30, and I've heard him back in the house. It must have been an hour from this night, maybe 9 o'clock. He's come back to pick, despite the fact he's 20 years old, he's come back to pick up some ID because he's gone uptown, because he's a young looking lad. He gets asked for ID, so he's running and out of the house. And I get this bang, bang, bang on the door, police, police, and I'm thinking straight away, no, God, I've just heard him go in and out, he's not had a problem, an accident, whatever. So I'm like, you know, jumping, mumbling around, fumbling about, trying to find some clothes to put on, as this policeman comes to the door. Anyway, I open the door and it's a guy, not going to mention any names, right? So, police, yeah, what do you want, officer? Loud music. Reports of playing loud music. When? I'm thinking, what loud music? What we're talking about? Anyway, long story short, he said there's no music being played now. Anyway, so he said it was an anonymous call about loud music. And it was important because I can hear the lady in the background talking on the radio saying, have you got to the house yet? Okay? So anyway, this report of loud music. So, like I say, long story short, I get back to bed. I have a terrible night, very, very, very uncomfortable night, wondering what's going on, knowing there's been no music played or anything. You know, I make a phone call to my son straight away, you know, which takes me half an hour to get through to him, because he's in a club somewhere and the music's probably that loud. And he gets back to me, there's been no music, but I have a sleepless night. Anyway, the day after, I'm on to the police, because I'm not happy with this, full stop, you know what I mean? So I eventually get through to someone, and I'm waiting to find out what was going on. Now, first of all, the first thing I ask is, when was the complaint made? Right? Now then, things start to come into place then. The complaint was made at 7:10. 9 minutes past 7 on a Friday night. So it took the police 3.5 hours to get to my house, terrifying me and wake me up what I consider to be the middle of the night. Now, I'm not blaming the police, because I know the police have got a lot on their hands. But really and truly, I know straight away where the complaints come from, because this person's complaining on a regular basis. No names mentioned, because this person's actually got me in a privacy issue with YouTube where I've been kicked off. Anyway, this person who has complained at 9 minutes past 7 on a Friday night, this music is not loud whatsoever. It is absolutely... I'm downstairs, straight below the room, and the music is not a problem to me. But this guy has made a phone call at 9 minutes past 7 on a Friday night. My son's been playing a bit of music before he goes out. He's entitled to, as far as I'm concerned. He's just done his full week at Manchester, driving backwards and forwards. He's having a bit of music before he goes out to have a few pints with his mates. Yeah? But like I say, now if the police... I actually believe that this is... intimidation. There's some kind of intimidation going on here. I think we could be talking about, you know, I don't really understand why the police are taking a look. This is the 4th time in 5 months that the police have come round to my house over incidents of complaints of music being played too loud. I've had to go for a meeting with Gateway Housing Association at Ashton Police Station. I've had to go there with... I went on my own with my dog, and I had to speak to 2 people from Gateway. Again, I'm not going to mention no names, and a police officer. to explain my situation as to what's going on. But this phone calling of the police, I don't think there's been a time after 8 o'clock yet when all these incidents have been recorded. It appears to be malicious. It appears to be malicious to me, this. Now, if the police want to take notice of this, then I'm prepared to have whatever they want to put in my house to tell me what I'm allowed to play music at or whatever. But I mean, as I'm saying, this person who's making these malicious, without doubt malicious suggestions, my son actually mentioned that I'd mentioned earlier on that I hadn't complained over the last few months when I hadn't been able to have a barbecue, have my washing out or anything else, while this person got a load of ground out all the mortar at the back of his house and it covered my patio and everything else. I haven't complained when he parked his car on the path which I used to take my father in, you know, in a wheelchair. I didn't complain when he was setting fire to things in his back garden with petrol and all sorts of things. I didn't complain when my son said when there was terrible screaming and shouting coming from the bedroom the other night, like some young girl was, it was obviously some kind of sexual play, but it was going on in the middle of the night. We hadn't complained or anything like that. But this person appears to be making these malicious complaints, and I'm going to see from here what goes on, because I'm making my complaints now to the police. Yeah, I'm making a complaint to the police. I'm not having people keep knocking me up at 10:30 at night, you know. But what, in my mind, as much as the police have even said, is not a police matter.